Next up, we have Sweden. They have 6 points right now in the group. They have qualified for 12 out of 21 World Cups. And they hosted the World Cup back in 1958, and they were quarterfinalists in 2018. Talk to me about Sweden.
Standby. I really liked what I saw from them in Euro 2020. I think that Emil Forsberg's team really let him down in that round of 16 clash against Ukraine. He had a couple of efforts, I believe, that struck the post. Very unlucky stuff. I would have loved to have seen them advance further in that tournament. And they took the group stages by storm. They held Spain level. They picked up victories against Slovakia and Poland in the process. I want to see guys like Alexander Isak really step up, the youngster, and see what kind of role he plays for this Swedish team going forward. I think they can be very lethal on their day, and I think maybe this might be a controversial view for some of the viewers. I think they are a real threat to challenge for first in this group because they're playing that same Spanish team, and they have a crucial game this in just a week or so at home against Spain, and they can get a victory there. Ooh,
yeah. Group B is shaping up very nicely, and it's between the two teams at the top, no denying that. And Spain going through a transition right now, even though they were impressive at the Euros. Listen, man, we know Sweden, we know what they're capable of doing, and even if Sweden, let's say, manages to come in second, this is not the team you want to meet in the playoffs. And you could ask Italy back in 2018 if you don't believe what I'm saying. So definitely, I do have Sweden on standby as well. I'm not sure if they got Jan Anderson. Big up to Jan Anderson as well, who I think you heard about the fact that he eats a hot dog before every game or something like that.
Does he really? That's hilarious.
Yeah, I think and he has he has like the condiments, the specific condiments. He walks with it and everything. So yeah, that is a fun story, and you could fact check me if you don't believe me as well. And
I like him even more now.
Yeah, so Sweden, very interesting team, man. Talent all over the field as well. Very, very gritty outfit. But talk to me about the 2010 World Cup champions, 1982 hosts, Spain, 15-time World Cup qualification. And the heavyweights, big time.
Yeah, this might be the most difficult point to sell, but hear me out. Last World Cup qualifying cycle, we had a couple of big casualties from Europe, Italy and the Netherlands. Coincidentally, Sweden played a part in both of them, those teams missing that World Cup. I still believe that Spain, for the most part, struggles to break teams down. And we saw this earlier this year when they really made hard work against Greece and Georgia. They barely scraped through. They were held by the Greeks in their home ground. Even at Euro 2020, I mean, they were in contention for elimination all the way until the final match day. And they did turn it up a notch, and they put a good number of goals past the likes of Slovakia and Croatia. Arguably, they played their best game of that tournament in that semifinal against Italy. But the thing with Spain is you have guys like Alvaro Morata and Dani Olmo. They're either hot or cold. Alvaro Morata in Euro 2020 was the dictionary definition of a player that was hot or cold.
Yeah,
we saw his form was all over the place for Spain. And I'm not comfortable in saying that they're definitely going to go to Qatar. I think it just takes a little slip up against a clinical Swedish side to send them into the playoffs. I would favor them in the playoffs, of course, not even depending on who they play, but every World Cup cycle seems to have that one casualty, and I'm not making any prediction on that, but I think people need to keep an eye on Spain here because I don't know, I'm not sold on them, and that's why I have them on standby.
Yeah, it's difficult to actually say like it, and it's going to be very gutsy to say, okay, this is the big team that misses out. That's going to take a whole lot of guts. But I think standby is very, very fair because of them going through the transition. Luis Enrique playing, calling up very youthful players, and he's leaving out the veterans. Like he made a gutsy call not to take Sergio Ramos to the Euros, and it kind of paid off. It kind of paid off. They didn't really miss him, but who knows? Who knows if Sergio Ramos would have made the difference at the end and win the Euros for Spain? You never know. But you see, but there's still a little doubt around them. But I think they will qualify. This is what I think. I think they will make it, even though they go through playoffs. They have the quality, especially with Emerick Laporte at the back there now, and youngsters like Pau Torres coming through, Pedri. I think they have the quality to make it, man.
They certainly do. Also, fun fact about that Spanish squad from the summer. It was the first time, I think, in 70 years that not a single Real Madrid player got called up for that squad. Luis Enrique's been. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. And you also have to shout out guys like Pedri and Pau Torres, who played for their clubs the entire season, played the Euros, and went and played the Olympics for Spain and back into the new season again. These guys are stallions, man.